Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Dustur Madad ya Sahib al-Sayf. Madad. We're asking support from our Shaykh, from the Awliya Allah, from the Sultan al-Awliya, to send us something that is going to benefit us. We are here not for our ego. We are here not for the dunya. We are here for Allah's sake. We are here to understand and to know Allah. And the only way to understand and to know Allah is to know yourself. No other way. If you don't know Allah, you're not fulfilling the reason of your creation. We've been created to know and to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah is not like us. But it is in the nature of the ego to make everything to be like them. Isn't it? It's the nature of a man to say, it is like me. It is nothing higher than me. I like it to be like me or lower than me, not higher than me. You have a man, he is locked in a room, say, and the only animal that he sees is a mouse. He doesn't know anything else. He's never seen any other animal. He's only seen a mouse. And he only sees his father. And he grows up, and his father comes and says to him, there is an elephant that I saw that is outside. You think this man who is hidden in a room, not knowing any other animal except for a mouse, is going to understand it is an elephant? He is not. Anything that he understands is going to be back to the mouse. He's going to say, is it like the mouse? Now, the father now has to use a language that one is going to understand. The father cannot use a language that one does not understand, a description, a word, an idea. You want to use bigger words? Philosophy, concept. Cannot be. It has to be from what that one understands. But he has to make it clear it is not like what he understands. So it is in between. Son is going to say, elephant, what is that? The father is going to say, it's a big animal, very big, taller than me. Taller than you? He says, yes. How can anything be taller than you? Look at this, this is small. Imagine, the father is saying, that the mouse is big, taller than me. Oh, like a big mouse. He says, yes, like a big mouse. I understand. What do you call that animal? Elephant. Yes. And he has a long nose. Long nose? Father has to say, nose, like a mouse, but longer. Oh, okay, tamam, I understand now. Big ears. Big ears? Like a mouse, but big. So that time, that one will understand. But the father is going to say, you must understand now that the elephant is not like the mouse. You understanding? Or you're not understanding? Those who know Allah, they will speak to us. But they will speak to us according to our level of understanding. But don't think that Allah is according to our level of understanding. Those who follow someone, following sheikhs and prophets, they have a problem understanding, isn't it? Those who don't follow, those who reject completely, they have no idea about anything. No idea. Because the ego in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, you are you and I am me. The ego in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying, I am just like you. You are just like me. Hasha, astaghfirullah. If the ego can do that to Allah, what the ego can do now to a prophet? Which is why it is not because you are close to the Prophet ﷺ, or blood relative, or seeing him grow up, or witnessing so many miracles. It has nothing to do with that. There are so many who was next to the Prophet ﷺ, Abu Jahil and Abu Lahab, and so many who are like them, that they don't understand the Prophet ﷺ because they look at him with their ego. Which is why Hazrat Ali Karamallahu Wajha is saying that Holy Prophet ﷺ is the most beautiful man that I've seen, that I know, that has ever existed. That the beauty that was given to Yusuf alayhi salam was one part, and the beauty that was given to the Holy Prophet ﷺ was 99 parts. But Abu Jahil and Abu Lahab, they look at the Prophet with their ego, and they can only see their ego, and they say, you are the ugliest person that I've ever seen. Astaghfirullah. So now we're coming back again. To which eyes you are seeing? Whose eyes are you using? You're using the eyes of the ego. You're going to see it. If you use the eyes of those who are close to Allah, use the eyes of the Prophet. More than that, use the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who says, my servant draws near to me. Isn't it? He becomes beloved to me when he performs the farz, obligations. He draws nearer to me when he decides that the obligations, they are not enough. That is the meaning of when he does things that are sunnat, supererogatory. That Allah does not have to give an order, but he knows his Lord. And that time you draw closer to Allah, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says what? I will be his eyes that he sees. Whose eyes are we seeing? What are we seeing? The ego does not want to accept. The ego will say, the Allah is just like us. Isn't that the major difference now? Yes, the major difference between Islam and all the other religions. Although they may say it's undescribable, is this, is that, from all the other religions saying there is no shape, there is no form, but they're using shape and they're using form. Except for Islam. Because we say what? Lam yalid walam yulad walam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. There is nothing that compares to him. Nothing. But how are we now, being in the asfala safilin, in this lowest, going to understand him if we are so far away from him? Just like that father who has seen the elephant, who was able to describe to his son those prophets and those awliya Allah. They're going to describe. They're going to come down to our level. But don't think that because they come down to our level, they are at our level. Holy Prophet ﷺ did not return from the Miraj. His reality is still up there. One ray falling into this world. When we decide to free ourselves from this cage, or from the cage of the dunya, then we will start understanding that we are not here to. That our reality has always been with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with the Holy Prophet ﷺ, with the awliya Allah. But if we are stuck here in this world, we're going to look with the eyes of the ego. And this is all that the ego sees. That we are from this earth and we're returning back to this earth. That is the body. It has no value. Inshallah Rahman. We must turn back. Turn back and turn our faces. Qibla. That's why we say Shaykh Mawlana is Qiblatul Islam. What is Qibla? If you're looking with the eyes of shaitan, you're going to say, you want me to bow down to this one who is weak, who is a creation? I bow down only to you. Using the eyes of shaitan. Because he is looking with the eyes of shaitan. He is not looking with the eyes of Allah. And he sees only the physical form. He is not seeing the spirit that is inside. Adam alayhi salam standing up alone. And the angels and all the jinns and all in creation making sajda to that Qibla. We make sajda to the Kaaba. Can anyone say we are worshipping to the Kaaba? But shaitan refused and saying, no, my Qibla is only Allah, not to creation. And if I have a guide, that one is only supposed to throw candy to me, praise me, be nice, just to be happy. That is not a guide. We need a guide to go where? To keep us in what? In Ihdina Sirat al-Mustaqim. In Sirat al-Mustaqim. And that Sirat al-Mustaqim, there are millions of shaitans in that Sirat al-Mustaqim for us to make a deviation from. The guide is going to be that one that says, get back, get back, get back. We are not a guide. Our Shaykh is a guide. We are remembering him. As much as we're keeping him close, that time he will not deviate. Yes, and that time when we have our eyes to him, he is our Qibla. You are not going to deviate. You're not going to get distracted. You're not going to look left and right because your maqsood is only Allah. Understand that. Even Holy Prophet ﷺ, Habibullah, he was tested in the Miraj. But his sight did not swerve. His look did not change. Left or right, but straight to Allah. May Allah forgive us. May Allah forgive me and bless you. It's kind. For now. Doesn't really fit to the overall thing, but this is the heaviness that is coming for this Jummah. Must be something in there. We are not here for what is going to happen today or tomorrow or the next day. We are here to prepare ourselves for the grave and for hereafter. Keep that in check, then this dunya will have a taste. Keep that in check, and there will be blessings in this life. If you don't keep it in check, if you have the whole of the dunya, it's going to poison you. وَمِنَ اللَّهُ تَوْفِيقَ الْفَاتِحَةِ